Action!
I take it this is your community notice board?
We call it Placebook. I mean, all our important notices and pictures go up here. I mean, who needs Facebook when you've got Placebook?
Quite. I suppose you could call this juxtaposition.
No, it's not tradition. I mean, this is our community lifeline.
We're going to have to do another round of interviews soon. It seems like Mr. Kerville's murder inside his own office seems to indicate it was done by someone known to him.
I guess you're right. It's only a small number of residents, although none of them seem to have grasped the enormity of all of this.
Well, it seems to me the bodies are piling up and up and up, and you two have yet to find any clues.
Well then perhaps, Mrs. Mountjoy, we ought to dig a little deeper. And where better to start than the lady with her finger in every pie? You.
Peter Bradbury, parish councillor, friend to the community, happy to help.
Ginny Mountjoy, manager of the community centre, landlady of several properties, singer in the Belle Island choir, administrator of Placebook.
Tom Barnes, head of Belle Island Infant School.
Eddie Blake, publican of the Bellevue.
Edward Blake, vicar for Belle Island.
Claire Maloney, manager of the 80 Degrees. Any chance of a drink in here?
Connie Reeves? I just work in the cafe. I don't know how much use I'm going to be, but I'll do everything I can.
Ms. Esther Barnes, the librarian.
Obviously, this has been a terrible time for the community, and as far as PR goes, it's been an unmitigated disaster. Although there are some in the community who might be happy with that.
If all this stops more and more visitors traipsing around our community, then it's not all bad. What was it Dickens said about surplus population? Although I am sorry about poor Mr. Cavall.
It was horrible. I can't get his mind out of my face. I mean, his face out of my mind. I mean, he died right in front of me. I saw him.
An Irish coffee and two.
There's never been any trouble on this island. You can check any of our history pamphlets in the local library, if we can get in there.
What do you mean by that?
Well, there seems to be some sort of strange force appeared around it.
Of course you can come into the library. It just has to be pre-arranged.
Isn't that an unusual setup for a community library?
Are these not unusual times?
Oh, this makes me think of speed dating.
He vomited blue ink.
I'm sure our Ginny keeps a bottle of sherry here somewhere. Oh dear, oh dear.
Are you single, perchance?
Which one of us are you addressing?
Hey? Why, you, darling.
I I don't care who you are. Visits to my library are appointment only.
What do you think she's got hidden in there? A few more corpses?
No, we'd have smelt it. Don't forget this is joined to the community hall.
She's definitely hiding something. Look, there's order of warrant.
Well, let's not be too hasty.
Hey, you're both new around here? You live here?
Here for business. Why? Can I help you?
I'm looking for Piotr.
It's not a name I'm familiar with.
I'm surprised. He's very famous on Belle Island, always in newspapers. I keep all the clippings in my album.
Do you mean Mr. Bradbury, the parish councillor?
I know only Piotr. I see his photograph many times, so now I want to see him for real, like all of them.
Okay, I've seen enough. Let's organise a warrant.
So this is Binder.
Binder. It's pronounced Binder. This is the dating app I was telling you about for Belle Island.
Yeah, it's not exactly rich pickings, is it? Most of the people on here are either mad, geriatric, undateable, or a mixture of all three.
Or swingers. You wouldn't believe the lifetime I've had since I ditched Esther.
Oh, well, I heard the young lady you had an affair with was your secretary and that she was on here.
I wouldn't believe everything you hear, but I would have a look at Ginny Mountjoy's on there.
Ginny's on here?
Oh, yes. But I wouldn't bet on it, but I would like to think that some of the police constables' truncheons and handcuffs went missing after he died.
The secrets some people have.
Excuse me. 20, 40, yeah.
I'm looking for Piotr.
Oh, no. Who is it? Oh, no.
He was like my father figure, my daddy.
I bet he was. No, I haven't seen him around lately. You might try the community centre. He might be over there.
Oh, the community center. Yes. He likes getting around. His face has been everywhere.
It's all right, Piotr. You can come out now.
Should I bring the cakes through now?
Not just yet, Connie dear. They're expensive. Hopefully everyone will fill up on these canary hors d'oeuvres and not want the nice stuff.
Canary horses' duvers.
Yes, you know, cheap. Oh, for goodness sake. I should actually make wakes my speciality, shouldn't I? With getting enough practice, I've even been able to hire an extra member of staff starting next week. All because tourists are flocking in to see the Island of Death. Oh.
Surely this isn't the time or place.
Oh, of course. It's a wake, for God's sake.
Do you mind?
Oh, yes, well, yes, we really do need to respect our dear friend Kenneth.
Mr. Barnes, this is Joy. This is Mr. Cavell's sister.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Joy. I didn't recognise you.
I left the service early. I wanted some time alone. Had Kenny made enemies here?
Oh, no. Oh, no, dear, no. He was the pillar of our community.
We all liked Kenny. He was such a clever man, and we loved reading his books.
He obviously upset someone, or he knew something he shouldn't. He was always investigating a good story.
Oh, there are turkey and lettuce sandwiches.
Anybody fancy a bit of stuffing?
There's another member of Bindo with a murky background.
Would anybody like tea?
Oh, for goodness sake, Connie, you're no good to me like this. Get yourself off home, girl.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Maloney. I'll go home. It's all too much.
Gentlemen.
Hello. So, Peter, or shall we call you Piotr? Are you going to tell us about the secret of Mara or what?
Is it a love child from a sexy secretary or a lover from Latvia?
Just a case of mistaken identity, I'm sure.
Yeah, of course.
When you have the social media presence that I do, it's only natural that you pick up the odd stalker from time to time.
yeah.
Keith, have you noticed who isn't at the wake, who was at the service?
Oh, a friendly librarian.
Miss Barnes? Yeah, I thought it was strange she wasn't here. She felt the need to go back to work.
She's at the library. We ought to,
Warrant hasn't arrived yet, Keith.
Oh, it's okay. I would like to speak to her anyway. I think she might be able to throw some light on,
Shed some light on what, Miss Robinson?
It can't be. He hasn't the nerve. And yet, they do follow a chronological order. Ah, it's you. I thought you'd show up like a bad penny. Well, I'm on to you, my dear. I know what you've been up to. In fact, oh my goodness! Oh.
I think we should check out the library. Joy could be in trouble.
You didn't cast her.
I think we've had our suspicions about Esther Barnes since day one. Come on.
Piotr, there you are! Oh my God!
You sure we can't hang a bit
No.
longer?
Vicente, my old canvasser, what a pleasure to see you. What a surprise. You've tracked me down. You always were such a supportive fellow.
No, Mr. Blake. It's none of your business.
What are you thinking turning up like this? I have a reputation to think of.
You embarrassed by me?
No, you know I'm not. It's a bit of a shock. I wish you'd told me you'd coming. It's been 3 years.
4. Since that mad time in Paris, you were so happy to be seen out with me then, Piotr. You wined and dined me on Champs-Élysées. Since we were together, it would be very, very hard for me. I struggled to get by.
I should have known. That's what you've come for. It's money. How much do you need?
Piotr, I don't need your money. I need you. I need your love.
My God, you pick your places, don't you? And your moments. This is a wake.
A what?
Now, look, meet me here in 25 minutes. And
A hideaway place? A secret chalet?
no, it's the address to my flat. And be discreet.
Of course.
Hello, Miss Barnes. Detective McMahon and Stone here. Miss Robinson, you okay?
Yes, I found her like this. It's not what it looks like. Do you think I could push that bookcase over?
Would you mind accompanying us to the station for some questioning? Keith, phone an ambulance. I think we're going to be adding another picture to our wall.
So, what's the score with this young lad and our Councillor Bradbury?
I thought you landlords knew all the gossip before everybody else.
Oh, I've got some gossip for you, all right. So, Bradbury reckons that this young lad is on his election team.
Yeah?
Well, I definitely got the feeling that this young Adonis enjoyed working beneath our esteemed Councillor Bradbury.
What do you mean?
Well, the odd flirtatious glances, the exchange of money, a little peck on the cheek.
From whom to whom?
The legend from Latvian, no less. Trying to get back on the promotion ladder, I reckon.
Oh, Tom, God. Tom, thank God I found you. Tom, is Esther.
What's wrong with Esther? Has she tried to lift down a heavy book from the top of the bookcase and got crushed by a falling one? Lying dead underneath the bookcase with that mean-spirited look on her face still.
Yes, yes, yes!
What are you gabbling about?
How did you know?
What are you gabbling about, you blithering idiot?
It's Esther, Tom. A bookcase has fallen on her and crushed her. And those detectives, they don't think it was no heavy bookcase accident. They've taken that Joy Richardson in for questioning. And then they want to talk to all of us locals.
Tom? You're all right, mate? Who's having a heart attack?
Ambulance, call him.
Yeah, sure.
Tom!
Loosen his collar.
Tom! Oh, Tom, it's okay. It's okay.
You sure it's a good idea to go to the cafe? We could be mingling with the murderer.
It's the perfect way for us to monitor them. Someone could give something away.
Sue, look.
Has the murderer returned to the scene of the crime already?
Obviously gone back to pick up some evidence. Back so soon? It's only been 2 hours since we interviewed you last.
How predictable, returning to the scene of the crime.
It's not what it looks like. You think Esther killed my uncle and I've come back for revenge?
And did she kill him?
I don't know. Surely that's your job to find out.
I quite agree, but it's also our job to find out who killed Miss Barnes. And the one person who certainly wasn't was Esther Barnes. Joy Robinson, you're under arrest.